This story is called The Star in the Apple. This story is about a little girl named Susan. Now, a couple of days a week she went to school, and a couple of days a week she stayed home. This was a stay-at-home day, and Susan had no idea what to do with herself. "Mama, what can I do today?" "Well, I could think of something." "Oh, please." "Well," said her mother, "I could give you a puzzle to solve." "Ooh, a puzzle, that sounds like fun." "Okay," said her mother. "Now I'm going to use my hands to tell you about this puzzle. So if you use the words that I use and do the hand motions as I say the words, then you'll remember the puzzle. And if you do the hand motions and say the words, you'll remember the story so that you can share it with someone else." "Well, what's the puzzle, Mama?" "All right, I want you to look for a little red house. Make a fist to stand for the house. A little red house with no doors," shake your head. "No windows," shake your head again. "A chimney on the top," put up your index finger for the chimney, "and a star in the middle." Can you make a starburst with your hand? "Okay," said Susan. "This is what I'm looking for. A little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney on the top, and a star in the middle." "That's right," said her mother. "Go look." "Well, that's hard," said Susan. "Yes," said her mother, "you might need some help. And here comes the mailman. You could talk to him." "Good idea," said Susan. Well, she opened the kitchen door and held out her arms. "Good morning, Susan," said the mailman. "Here's the mail." And he gave her some letters and some ads and a small package. "Thank you," said Susan. "I'll put these on the kitchen counter. But listen, have you got a minute? I need some help." "Well, I'll try to help," said the mailman. "What do you need help with?" "Well, I have a puzzle to solve. I'm looking for something." "What are you looking for?" "I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney on the top, and a star in the middle." "That's a hard one," said the mailman. "I don't know. But maybe Mrs. Jones, the crossing guard on the corner, maybe she could help you." "That's a good idea," said Susan. "Have a great day." "Bye," said the mailman. "Mama, could I go talk to Mrs. Jones?" "Yes, dear. I'll lean out the kitchen door and watch you go down the sidewalk so you'll be safe." "Okay, I'll be back in a minute." Susan went out the house and went skipping down the sidewalk until she came to the corner. Mrs. Jones crossed back over from the other side of the street to join Susan on the sidewalk. She had just helped some big kids cross the street on their way to big school. "Hi, Susan. Is this a stay-at-home day?" "Yes, ma'am. And I'm wondering if you've got a minute. I need some help. I'm trying to solve a puzzle." "Oh, I love puzzles," said Mrs. Jones. "What's the puzzle?" "Well," said Susan, "I'm looking for something. I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney on the top, and a star in the middle." "Oh, wow. Well, let me think a minute. I don't think I know the answer." "But Susan, don't you live right next to your grandma?" Yes, ma'am, I do. I'm so lucky to have her so close. Well, you know, said Mrs. Jones, older folks are so smart. They've learned so much in their long lives. Maybe your grandma can help you find that little house. Oh, that's a great idea, said Susan. Thank you, Mrs. Jones. See you soon. Bye. Susan skipped back down the sidewalk to her house and poked her head in the door. Mama, I'm going to go talk to Grandma. Okay, dear, just let me know when you get back. Susan went next door and knocked on her grandma's door. Her grandma called. Susan, I'm making some cookies. Yeah, Grandma, it's me. I'll come in. I need some help. Well, it's good to see you, said Susan's grandma. What's up? She came in, wiping her hands on her apron. Well, said Susan, I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney on the top, and a star in the middle. Oh, said her grandma, you need to go talk to the north wind. The north wind? Where am I going to find him? Well, you can find him in my backyard if you call him. Oh, okay. So Susan went through her grandma's house to the back door. She went out and crossed the back porch and walked down the steps to the backyard. Now her grandma's yard was flat right near the house, and then it went up to a low hill where some trees were planted on the top of that hill. Susan stood on that low flat place near the house, and she put her arms up in the air, and she turned round and round and round and called, North wind, come and help me find a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney on the top, and a star in the middle. And down came the north wind. He blew through the leaves and branches of those trees on the top of the hill, and something shook loose. It fell off the branch and rolled down the hill and stopped at Susan's feet. She bent down and picked it up, and she said, a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney on the top, and a star in the middle. But I can't see the middle. I'm going to need some more help. So Susan took the apple back inside to her grandma. She said, Grandma, I need to see the middle of this apple. Okay, how would you do that? Asked her grandma. Well, I could bite it, but that might be a little messy, and I might not get in deep enough to see the middle. But I could cut it with a knife, and that might work, but I'm not old enough to use a knife myself. So, Grandma, would you help me cut this apple? Of course, dear. Let's get what we need to do it. So Grandma and Susan went into the kitchen. Her grandmother got a cutting board and a sharp knife. And now she took the apple and she set it straight up and down on the cutting board so that the stem, the chimney, was going straight up and down. But then she turned the apple sideways so that the stem went out the side. And to see the star, you have to turn the apple this way, with the stem going to the side. Then Susan's grandma held the apple sideways on the cutting board and cut it in half. And then when she opened the apple, there was the star. And that's the story of the star in the apple.